Plato asked Socrates, "What is love?" Socrates asked him, "Go into the field and get me the most special leaf." Plato returned with no leaf at hand, and said, "I found the most beautiful leaf in the field, but I didn't pick it up, for I might find a better one. But when I returned to the place, it was gone." Socrates replied, "We always look for the best in life. When we finally see it, we take it for granted, and expecting a better one. But people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws." Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Dictatorship naturally arises out of democracy, and the most aggravated form of tyranny and slavery out of the most extreme liberty. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. To be conquered by yourself is of all things most shameful and vile. Courage is knowing what not to fear. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. Every heart sings a song until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. At the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. When the mind is thinking, it is talking to itself. Justice means minding one's own business and not meddling with other men's concerns. The punishment which the wise suffer who refuse to take part in the government is to live under the government of worse men. Do not train a child to learn by force or harshness, but direct them to it by what amuses their minds, so that you may be better able to discover with accuracy the peculiar bent of the genius of each. Bodily exercise, when compulsory, does no harm to the body, but knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. Truth is the beginning of every good to the gods, and of every good to man. Knowledge without justice ought to be called cunning, rather than wisdom. All the gold which is under upon the earth is not enough to give in exchange for virtue. We do not learn, and what we call learning is only a process of recollection. He who commits injustice is ever made more wretched than he who suffers it. Any man may easily do harm, but not every man can do good to another. How can you prove whether at this moment we are sleeping, and all our thoughts are a dream, or whether we are awake and talking to one another in the waking state? Democracy passes into despotism. No one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. Nothing is beautiful without struggle. Knowledge becomes evil if the aim be not virtuous. Necessity is the mother of invention. Excellence is not a gift, but a skill that takes practice. We do not act rightly because we are excellent. In fact, we achieve excellence by acting rightly. The soul takes nothing with her to the next world but her education and her culture. At the beginning of the journey to the next world, one's education and culture can either provide the greatest assistance, or else act as the greatest burden to the person who has just died. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. The community, which has neither poverty nor riches, will always have the noblest principles. The curse of me and my nation is that we always think things can be bettered by immediate action of some sort, any sort, rather than no sort. Books give a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Wise men speak because they have something to say, fools because they have to say something. The beginning is the most important part of the work. An empty vessel makes the loudest sound, so they that have the least wit are the greatest babblers. Love is born into every human being. It calls back the halves of our original nature together. It tries to make one out of two and heal the wound of human nature. Good actions give strength to ourselves and inspire good actions in others. A hero is born among 100. A wise man is found among 1,000. But an accomplished one might not be found even among 100,000 men. Man is a tamed or civilized animal. Nevertheless, he requires proper instruction and a fortunate nature. And then of all animals he becomes the most divine and most civilized. But if he be insufficiently or ill-educated, he is the most savage of all earthly creatures. Time is the moving image of reality. Lack of activity destroys the good condition of every human being. Those who don't know must learn from those who do. In order for man to succeed in life, God provided him with two means: education and physical activity. Not separately, one for the soul and the other for the body, but for the two together. With these means, man can attain perfection. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get the latest video updates.